guys, you have to laugh at yourself. Then I'm gonna be bye bye. Hello my beautiful babes, what is up? It's Brandi. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here. Now in today's video, I will be putting my twist on Kailin Chase's finale look on season 1 of Instant Influencer. For those who are unfamiliar with the show, it is a YouTube original series hosted by James Charles himself, where he picks 6 lucky contestants to compete in becoming an instant influencer, giving them a chance to showcase their talents like never before. If you guys are interested in the show, I will definitely leave that down below in the description box, as well as my last video where I recreated Ashley Strong aka Strash Me's finale look, who was not only another contestant but the winner of the show. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys do, please don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up because I would really appreciate it, as well as hitting the notification bell and subscribing to my channel. Now without any further ado, let's get started into today's video. Since the show is hosted by James Charles, I thought it would be perfect to use his palette and only his palette for today's look. To set my eyes, I'm going to be grabbing this shade called Canvas on an M335. I held that brush so weird. Next, I'm going to be dipping into the shade Rusted on a JS8 brush. And I'm going to apply this in the inner half of my crease. Next, I'm taking Skip on an M441, and I'm going to apply this to the outer half of my crease. Next, dipping into the shade Love That on a JS12 brush. I'm going to apply this on the outer edge of my crease. Next, I'm going to be cutting the crease, and for that, I'm going to be using my Maybelline Master Conceal in the shade Light. I'm going to be rotating between my M421 and my JS14 brush. Then grabbing the shade Single on an M506. And I'm going to be applying this on the outer half of my lid. I thought I was going to have a nice day to film. I guess not. I'm so sorry for the noise. This is the construction going on outside my house. Anyway, the next shade I'm going to be dipping into is Hello on an oh my goodness, on an M213. And I'm going to put this in the inner half of my lid. Next, dipping into Artistry on another M213. Oh crap. I'm starting to put I'm trying to get this look done that I forgot to explain to you guys what on earth I am doing. Okay, let's try this again. So, I am taking, holy crap, I am taking that shade and I'm putting it on the outer half of my lid. If you guys couldn't tell by what I was doing. Next, I'm going to go back into my Maybelline concealer as well as my JS14 brush and my JS7 brush to create this beautiful little streak of gold. Next, dipping into the shade Face on my JS7 brush. And I'm going to apply this shade where we just put the concealer. Dipping into the shade Rusted again and putting this in the inner half of my lash line. Then going back into the shade Skip and putting that in the outer half of my lash line. Then going into the shade Love That to deepen this outer corner. To finish off the inner corner, I'm going to be dipping into the shade Face on a M149. To highlight my brow bone, I'm going to be using my J Cat Beauty You Glow Girl Baked Highlighter in the shade Crystal Sand on a on a JS13 brush. Oy vey, it's been a long day. To finish my eyes, I'm going to be curling my lashes and using my To finish off the eyes, I'm going to be curling my lashes and applying some mascara using my Essence Volume Stylist Lash Extension Mascara with lengthening fibers. Last but not least is the lips, and for that I'm going to be grabbing my Wet n Wild Mega Last Liquid Catsuit High Shine Lipstick in the shade Cedar Late. No. In the shade Cedar Later. Cedar Later. Anyway. Then grabbing my Ellen Tracy lip gloss. This unfortunately doesn't have a shade name, but it is just a light pink lip gloss, and I'm going to apply this in the center. Next, I'm going to be grabbing my Wet n Wild Mega Liner in the shade Black. And I'm first going to create the 4 dots in the inner corners of the eyes. Next is the words. So on this side, it's supposed to represent how people perceive you as versus how you really are. For me, I chose the words dumb and strong, and I will get into my reasons later on, but for now, let's just continue with the work. Using the same liner, I'm going to be creating the tattoo of the eye. I can't see far away, so I need my glasses. I don't have any more contacts, though. To give the eyes some more dimension, I'm going to be grabbing my NYX white liner. Now it is time for the moth. Next is the paint, and for that I'm just going to be grabbing some household paint. This is not face paint, but it is safe to use on your skin. This is like kids paint, so it's safe. I'm just going to put it on this hand. I am not a lefty, I'm a righty, so this feels very weird. Hopefully this works better. I wanted to do it this hand, like something like this, but it just didn't work. So we're going to see if this works. And do my thumb. Of course, I wore white, which was not smart, but oh well. Now, when the finale first aired and I saw Kailin's vision and the meaning behind it, I automatically fell in love with it because it is something not only I can relate to, but something so many other people could relate to as well. So as I said before, this side represents how people perceive me or the labels society gives us, and this side is who I really am. I don't know what I'm doing with my hand. Now on this side I chose the word dumb to represent a part of my past. When I was in the 4th grade, I was bullied so bad by this one teacher to the point where I almost didn't graduate, and that was one of the contributing factors to me almost committing suicide. At that time, there were a lot of things going on outside of school, and then in school I was struggling, and I was seeing psychologists and psychiatrists and neurologists to try and figure out what was wrong. I was eventually later diagnosed with many things, but one of them being ADHD. I don't know if she didn't know much about ADHD or didn't care, or maybe it was both, but she made my life a living hell. There was this one time when I was seeing the doctor and he had told me specifically, do as much homework as you can. When you feel like you've had enough, stop for the night. You know, it will be okay. The school, the teachers, they'll all understand because we're all working together. We'll get through this together. Everything will be fine. I was under the impression that everything was gonna be fine. So I did what I was told. And then the next day happened. The next day I go to class. It's math. Already dreading it. My heart's racing so fast. It's time for her to check the homework. So all of us have to go up there one by one so she can check it. It was my turn. She looks at it and she goes, "What is this? This is half done. Are you kidding me?" And I already feel the eyes starting to stare at me. So I whispered to her. I said, "The doctor told me to do as much homework as I could do, so that's what I did." She had the audacity to go to the entire class and go, "Did anybody hear anything about some doctor doing only as much homework as you possibly could do?" And everyone looked at me like I was a freak. And they said, "No, I was supposed to trust the teacher. And she did that. And that right there is just one example of the hell that I went through during that class in that year. I hated it. So this side represents the things that people think people who have a learning disability are. That they're dumb, and we're not. We might take a little bit longer. We might learn a different way, but that doesn't make us dumb. So that's what this side represents. The side of the stigma that goes behind the label. Whether it's ADHD, anorexic, bulimia, bipolar, whatever label, disability, disorder, anything. We are so much more than that, and that is what the message is behind this idea and this vision that Kailin had. And it's absolutely inspiring and also empowering. Now on my neck on this side, I do have an eyeball and a handprint. The original idea was supposed to be something like this, an eye peeking through the hand. It's supposed to represent people not seeing the full picture, people seeing only what they want to see. So it was supposed to go like this, but when I did it the first time, it did not go well, so I just did the handprint like so. So that is what we have on this side. Moving on to this side, which is who I really am. There were so many words, so many things, but I just chose one, and that's strong. I may not be strong physically, but I am so strong mentally. And then on my neck, I chose to do a little moth because of its representation to me. I actually do have a tattoo of a moth on my sternum right over here. And what it means to me is its imperfection, because we are all perfectly imperfect. And how moths are attracted to the light. They will push through the darkness to get to the brighter side. Because there is always a brighter side at the end of the tunnel. It may seem long and it may be difficult, but it is possible. And you should never, ever give up, no matter what obstacle is thrown at you. And that is why I chose to do this recreation and why I chose everything the way I did. So, yeah. Anyway, as always, every product used in today's video will be linked down below in the description box, as well as everything else that I said that would be in that box. It will be. Anyway, I love you guys so, so much. Please stay safe, and I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye, guys.